Well, if you notice, that's the Washington Monument behind me. Actually, I just saw a note that flashed on my screen. Somebody said, "Hey, can I get help if I don't have money to join Let's Go Help?" And yes, you can. I have a free service too. I mean, my mission is really to educate as many people as possible about the government programs that are available to anybody living here in the United States. I mean, there's no discrimination, or there shouldn't be. You know, there's human nature involved, and that may lead to some of that. But it's important that people know about this, and the government will not, doesn't educate you. So I feel it's my job, and I don't have many years left, so I'm trying to educate as many people as possible. And so if you don't want to join me for $20, or that's not possible, you go to letsgofreehelp.com. letsgofreehelp.com. I have 37 instructional videos there for anything you want to do in life and where to look for government money to solve that problem.
3.11 miles. Average pace.
Paying your bills, to getting an education, a job, or anything you want. You don't have to give me any money to start learning how to do this. And it's important, that you do know this. I mean, we live in this country that has all this stuff, and so many people hate this country because they don't know how to use it. And that's the key. I need access to Facebook group. If you have, you get access by joining. If you're joining, you should be able to go right to the group page and be able to access all that information. If it doesn't work for you, then we screwed up somehow. So to fix our screw up, contact Magic Mary. Okay, you contact Magic Mary by sending an email to her at letsgohelp@gmail.com. So that's letsgohelp@gmail.com. And ask for Magic Mary. She'll probably answer it anyway, no matter what. And tell her you can't get in. Wee-oo, let me in. Wee-oo. and that's important. All these programs here, I should not be doing this. The government should be doing it, but they're not. So, I mean, that's what I think. There's things for the community that government should be doing. And if not, then somebody else should do it. We have nonprofit organizations, churches, things like that, that also do functions that may or may not be for the government. So there's the problem. The thing is, somebody solves the problem. You see a problem in the country, I don't care who solves it, the government, the business, whoever. But you just go out and find those issues that should be solved and solve them for other people. And I think that's what life is about, but I'm biased, don't trust me. I didn't think that 40 years ago, I'll tell you, when I was really scraping. So I always help empower myself. That's a great, Allie, and that's what it's about. Now, what I wanted to talk about today is everybody hates their work, or they don't have a decent job, or they hate going to work. And I think that's a waste of energy in our life, because if you like your job, you're going to work at it hard, you're going to enjoy going to work, and you won't build up all that tension that all of us live with, because really we're probably going to 8 hours a day doing stuff we don't like, and people yelling at us and things like that. You need a laptop, Paul. Don't forget, we give out free laptops. Okay, so if you remember, go over to Let's Go Help 2 and sign up and apply for a free laptop. We'll try to get you one there. If you don't, the place to look is go to findhelp.org and put in computers. And there you'll find local nonprofit organizations that give out free laptops, okay? And you start there. And actually, if you're a member, you start there too to see if you can get a free one there. If you can't, then sign up for one of ours. And I'd love to get you a free laptop, okay? And I send them out personally. So I just sent out like 15 yesterday. Me typing in all the addresses, and I get Amazon to deliver them. So you get an Amazon package at your front door, a laptop from me. And because you really need that here to find out how to use this stuff. Broadband is also important if you can. You could also, again, look at letsgohelp.com. No, actually, I'm to findhelp.org. Okay, if you need help and you don't have money, don't go anything that says .com. Okay, you want to go to you want to go to .org, O-R-G, or .gov. They're the only places you want to go, because they're the people that help you for free. If you have money you want to spend, more power to you. But a lot of people need money, usually don't have money. And what they do is they go somewhere in a .com, it costs them money, they think it'll save them and help them, and it usually doesn't, and then you're just further in problems. So that's why every website we send you gives money. They don't ask you for money, they give you money. And you can't do that on the internet, because you go to Google or any of these other things, Bing or whatever, all these websites want to get money because they have to give money to Google. So to find you, Google charges them money. So they have to pay Google money when they find you, and so that means they have to get money from you, okay? But the websites we give you only give you money. Now, isn't that cool? I think that's terrific. I don't know why I'm a zillionaire. I don't want to be a zillionaire, to tell you the truth. I want to do this and help people. And that's why all the profits we get from this business, we give back to people.
1 hour,
Okay?
0.
Members get the profits. And we have a deadline coming up for our application. Every month we give out $60,000. So that's over $500,000 a year we're giving. $500,000. We're just a handful of business. We have about 2 or 3 full-time, a few part-time, and that's it. And giving out $500,000, I mean, that just astounds me. I mean, I can't I can't believe that. But man, is it nice. And that's why I want members to feel that that's it. And that's why I'm trying to encourage members helping members. And that's what I see as one of the greatest assets that we have, is members helping members, because they're going out and applying for things now, and running into the problems that they all run into, and they share you with that. And what they did to get over that problem, that's better than me. I could tell you where something is, but the mechanics going through it, it's the members that help you. Yeah, Lesko lied when he said this. It's really over here. I can't keep track on all this shit. And so they keep me honest and keep everybody in line. That's what's neat about Let's Go Help. It's the members, not me. I'm just a trained SEAL. That gets your attention and hopefully educates you about what this country has for anybody living here. And really what pisses me off more than anything is that rich people use the hell out of it. I mean, this country is the biggest place for millionaires to become billionaires using government programs, okay? And I don't know about you, but I think that should be second in line. Using government resources to make billionaires out of millionaires. I think we'd be first getting people in a standard of living that's acceptable, and that's what we should be doing first, instead of making more billionaires. And I don't see government making billionaires. Well, it's not bad, I guess, to set up an infrastructure that helps doing that. But we do a hell of a lot more than just that. We're not just building roads for doing that stuff. Man, we give them so much goddamn money to do stuff. It's the millionaires who get money to become billionaires. It's the person who's trying to run a little shop out of his bedroom. They're the people that need the help and pay the bills and whatever, so they could at least have a subsistence wage. And support a family and themselves or whatever. And that's what this country's about. I mean, my grandparents came over, worked in the coal mines. My father's an entrepreneur, started a little business making baby clothes. I worked in that factory in 8th grade all summer long. Man, everybody else in the neighborhood, I was going to go swimming in the 8th grade during the summers. I had to go to a factory and work. I hated every fucking minute of that. I said, I'm never going to do this. And then I didn't. And now I work harder than, I don't know. I love working. It's because it's something you love to do. And that's what I think the joy of our country is. It allows you to do that. And you can. There's so many things to do. Hiya, Karen. When are you going to take that mask off? Actually, I was reading a report today how, the latest scientific and the most detailed scientific says that they're not as effective as people think, and they really don't make a whole lot of difference. But people feel good doing it. That's good enough. Hey, I won the February. Oh, you did? Wonderful. Did we get you the money yet? If we didn't get you the money yet, if you're a February winner, then you have to contact Magic Mary, and she's at letsgohelp@gmail.com. She makes sure you get your money. That's what we do. Watching all the way from Henderson, Texas. I know of that. Allie says, congratulations. Hiya, Stephanie. Boy, your name keeps popping up. It's like Old Home Week when I see you. Thank you so much. I'm okay to check now. Okay, good. Thank you, Karen. Too many germs. Yep, that's true. And it makes you feel better. That's important. And, of course, there's something good and nothing bad about it. That's for sure. But it as far as, the title, I'm not sure. I'm talking to so many people. I haven't found a grant writer. You don't need a grant writer. You do not need a grant writer. I mean, unless you have a big organization and after $1 million grant, you don't need a grant writer, okay? You hear me? You don't need a grant writer. How many times have you don't need a grant writer? But I know, because the internet tells you that, and so you think you do. You believe
Time,
it. I do.
1 hour, 10.
I've been studying this for 40 years. You do not. Don't worry about that. The harder thing is finding where to apply. And that's the important thing. So forget grant. You're wasting your time. And if you don't have a grant to apply to in your hand, well, then it's even more stupid to get a grant writer, because you don't even know what the hell the grant looks like that you want to apply to. So if you really think you need a grant writer, okay, take that, live with that, and then go look for the grant that you think you could apply to. Then look at that and then decide if you have to go out and get a grant writer, because 99 times out of 100 you will not need one. And that's the important thing. Everybody's out there saying you do it because they want to sell you. That's what they think you need. That's how sales work. Sales work to get inside your head what you think you need, okay, for a successful life. And they say, I could do this for you. So if you think you need a grant writer, there are people out there going to figure out, okay, I'm a grant writer, and give me $500 and I'll write your grant, and they'll do some shit for you. Who the hell knows what? But it doesn't matter if you don't have the grant that you're going to apply to. You don't have to worry about writing a grant until you have in your hands the grant that you think you could apply to. And the only way you get that is do the research necessary and then contact the people who give out the money to see. I wrote Senator Feinstein about getting money to purchase the land my home sits on. Okay, she may or may not help, but that's a good place to start. See what she does. Now, the other thing to do is go to these places. Go to HUD.gov and search counselors and make an appointment with a counselor. If you're in a land, I don't know the land, if it's rural area, then you want to go to USDA.gov and contact your local county cooperative extension service, okay? And that's what you want to do, is talk to people there. There's a lot of programs there to help you buy land and stuff like that. And if you remember Let's Go Help, I have a report that put about 50, 60, 80 sources of money that people want to buy land and live on land and stuff like that. And there's a lot of rural development going on now, and a lot of money to help rural development. So that's available, and you have to talk that. So the biggest problem to me in life right now is Google. Google solves a lot of problems, but as a result, it causes a lot of problems. Same way with cars. Cars solved a lot of problems, transportation. Cars caused a lot of problems. People crashing into each other. I looked at today, what's the third largest cause of death? The third largest cause. What do you think the first two are? Well, the first two are cancer and heart disease. The third one is accidents in a hospital. You hear that? The third largest cause of death is hospital screw-ups. That's why I had a friend who had to be in the hospital all day, and I said, I'm going and sit next to you, baby, because that's it's more dangerous than riding in an automobile. So I think we only, about 30, 40,000 people die in automobiles. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people die by accidents in the hospital, screw-ups, medical screw-ups. It's human nature. We're going to screw up. So that's the most dangerous thing you're going to do, besides getting cancer or heart disease. My family's both. My mother died of 42 heart disease. My father, well, he made it through his 80s. Not through his 80s, about 82, 83. So that's good. So I got a shot at this. Artists. Okay, if you have a problem financing an activity for artists, okay, you have an arts council in your state. So go to your arts council in your state government. You call your And actually, depending on the city you're in, cities have art councils. They have grants for artists, artist activities, because you're sort of like, you help economic development because you promote artists countries and cities and counties don't grow unless there's artists around. That's the idea on how economic growth started. It has to attract creative people. Artists create creative people, so they create businesses and create economic development and create jobs for each other. That's why the government wants to encourage artists and everything.
Time, 1 hour.
Oh, great. And it's local. Call your elected officials. If you go to findhelp.org and put arts and see what nonprofit organizations are there to help artists, and you call them, even though it doesn't sound like, but if they're involved in artists, they'll know of other things that you don't know about that could help artists. And that's what you have to do. You have to do digging, and that's what we do in Let's Go Help. Is teach you that. We have seminars, weekly seminars for that. I'm trying to go more live to answer your questions on both the Facebook and over the weekend I was on for an hour or so on Let's Go Help too, just answering questions, and it's wonderful. Her grant with Mary 7 day was. Let's go. My friend claimed her grant with Mary 7 days ago, but hasn't received anything. Will you? Well, she has to hear back. We have to know where to send the money, okay? And if you don't hear from Mary about, I don't know what she told Mary, but email Mary again. We're all fallible. Man, I make so many mistakes every day, and the older I get, the more shit I do wrong. So that's why you just, nothing happens perfect. If you don't hear from her in a day or two, just ask her again, okay? We're not trying to hide. You could tell that, I think. And our biggest problem is enough people don't apply for, pick up their money. You hear that? People who win are not picking up their money. And that is a bigger sin in my life. I know, our members need that money. Yep, my boss rocks. The pay, not much, but I'll get there. Great. I wish the $600 for frontline grocery workers is available. I don't know. It depends on where you live. And that's the important thing. Where would you check? Well, if there's grocery, look for an association of grocers. They probably keep up on that. So a grocers association, things like that, because of food service business, that. It'll take a half a dozen phone calls of you trying to figure out that. And that's how to live in life. You don't hope that somebody will jump out of the sky and give you the check. No, you're the one who have to dig in it's like digging for oil. Oil doesn't pump out of the ground by itself. You gotta find out where it is and dig a hole and get it. I'm also Aldi. Yeah, they're opening up around here. A lot of them. I'm glad they pick up the money for them. Great. Hi Matthew. Flurry plants and coins. Great. She sent her PayPal email to me. Okay, maybe it is there. It usually takes me a few days. Mary gives me the name. the PayPal and I sent out a bunch last week. I think she just sent me 2 emails today with names in them. If you're worried, contact Mary. She's the frontline person. I need a one-on-one help with you, mother. Well, if you're a member, you get that by starting a discussion in Let's Go Help or on is the best place in Facebook. The best place is to. Somebody wants to take a picture of me. You can see them here. There, see her taking a picture of me. You bet. Okay, my pleasure. So yeah, we want to get the money out. You just have to be patient and be persistent. That's what it's really more about than anything else, is persistence. Everything in life is. The government's not going to, oh yeah, I think we forgot to call them back. No, you got to call them back. If they forgot to call you, that's okay. You pick up the ball. And life doesn't happen, by you just sitting there. It's important. Was curious about timeline thing. Timeline for, usually Mary gets the information, and in a few days she gives it to me, and I get it out in the next day or two. So a week is a long time. It may happen in 2 days once you get it. So it's in that, but you can check. I mean, we're not mean. You're famous. You are my Google feed. No, I'm just me. Look at this character mug with that camera. Yeah. See here. Here's the see. See that. Yeah, down the Washington Mountain, tourists. It's fun here, and that's boy. I could use 10 more degrees.
Time,
though.
1 hour.
I think it's 40s, maybe 50s, but it's warmer than yesterday. Yesterday was a little yucky.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
YW. Bye, ma'am. Okay, she's just going to take candid pictures now. They are pretty good getting you. Let's see, we're pretty good getting your prize once you get them, your info. That's right. This man's amazing. What kind of? Oh, that's nice, David. You took my money. Well, I'll give it back to you if you want it. I don't know. If it's a service, if you don't want the service, fine. I'll give you back the money. But if we took the money, we told you how to use the service, and a lot of people don't open their email to use the service. So you can always email us at letsgohelp@gmail.com and say, hey, Let's Go took my money. What the hell are you doing? You bet. Have fun. And use it. If you don't use it, we can't help you. You have to ask. You don't join it and checks come into your mailbox. You have to ask us, tell us what you need, and we find you the sources that are most likely to help you get money to solve your problem, and then you have to follow up. Okay, so first you have to follow up and tell us what you need. Make sure you get an answer. If you don't get the right answer, they ask us again. You can ask us 100 times a day. That's fine. That's what we're here for. And it's all for $20. We never charge you more. $20, that's it. You eat as much as you can. But then if you stay another month, then it's another $20. So that's what it's about. And I'm not interested in making money. I'm interested. I have to make money to be able to help people. I've told so many people about your kindness. Thank you, Kimberly. Yes, I've seen your name very often, and that really helps. What state are you in, David? I'm in Florida. I see. Right. And yeah, I mean, I have nothing better to do in my life than help people who have financial problems, that I could maybe help them with the free money and help that's available from the government. And that's the only thing I'll do until I die, except love the people in my life, and that is sometimes hard, but you got to work at that too, and that's what life's about. It's how much can you give before you die? What the hell is you gonna do? You're gonna pile up a shitload of money and what, die on it? I mean, I used to think that was fun, but no, it's ego satisfying, I guess, more than anything. But it's certainly, you can't eat it. Well, I guess you can, anyway. But anyway, the satisfaction of people, helping people, whatever, I mean, it is a big thing. Or if you have inner talent to share, and you're an artist and you want that what's inside of you can help other people through your art or whatever. I mean, that's another way that you give, and it's how to find what's special about you that you could give to the rest of us. Yeah, and that's what we have to do. And everybody tells you what you do in life, but that may or may not be right for you, and you have to figure that out. And it's usually by a trial and error. And I lost a piece of paper, maybe. Come on, what'd you do with that paper? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, there it is. I dropped it right at my feet. It's what I was going to talk about, but I guess I didn't. But it got it. Well, it's really about the training money that's available. And you don't need a college degree to make a decent living anymore if you get the training. Now the government has more government programs for you to train than any time in the history of the world. And it's really important for us to grow, for you to get trained, the skills we need for our country to grow. And if you don't have the skills to help our country grow, then we're not going to grow, okay? Life changes a lot. You need different skills and at different times. I mean, you need to know how to shoe horses, right, for transportation. We don't have to know how to do that anymore. We need to know how to change tires. Now we don't have to do that anymore. Right? We have to make battery operated cars. Yeah. So that's right. You got to learn the new shoes. If you're somebody who was a blacksmith and shoeing horses, don't need that no more. And that's what the government steps in. Anytime, hopefully they can.
Time, 1 hour.
They're a cool group. Oh, thank you, Allie. I mean, boy, see when people say that about us, I mean, I have absolutely nothing better to do in my life ever than to do this. Feel so spoiled and so grateful for what's happening to me now, and I don't understand why, and I know it could go away in a flash, in an instant. You know, we have no control over a lot of our lives. You know, you try. Frank, I'm so sorry that you need help desperately. Kimberly, okay, there's what you want to do. There are organizations. Go to Find Help if you're not a member, because a member will send you a list for where you live. If you're not a member, you go to findhelp.org. Findhelp, HELP.org, okay, and put financial assistance, okay? That's the key word. Now, when you do that, you'll see probably 15, 20, maybe 10, 20, 15 organizations, nonprofit organizations in your community that help people with financial assistance. Okay, what do you do with that list? You call every one of those suckers. Unless you really don't need money, and you maybe just see if you can get some easy money and try it. If you don't get it, screw it. Go play golf or whatever. But if you really need it, you have to dig. And by digging means you call everyone, even if they say it's only for kangaroos, but they're giving out free money and you're not a kangaroo, then you have to ask them, hey, I know you only give money to kangaroo. I'm not a kangaroo. Who do you think can help me? They're the most likely people who will know other organizations that can help you. I won't. I'll know where to send you to find them. That's the important thing, But they're helping people with financial problems every day. They've probably talked to, 100 people like you this week, and either help them directly or help them find other places to go. So that's what you have to do. They're doing this every day, and they could help you. They're the best place to help you. Not me, not some expert on the internet or whatever. It's the people in your community who help people with financial services. And it's not just one. Some people help certain kind of people. Other people help other kind of people. It's it's like getting a job. Some people are hiring, some people aren't today. They will tomorrow. It's too complicated out there to give anybody a simple source that solves your problem. You don't know. You have to create that. It's all artwork. It's all unique depending on you. And you fitting in to what is out there. And the problem is, most of us, at least me, I have a idea of what I think should be out there, but it's wrong most of the time because life changes too much and it's too screwed up. And so you're going out there in a hailstorm and it's learning how to use that. I just dropped by to wish you a great day. Oh, thank you, Cherry. I remember you around, I think. Thanks for the generous help, too. Sending you hugs. Oh, Allie, that's nice. We should suffer some of that. Oh, Kimberly. Where do you go to find someone to run so where do I go to someone to run my organizations? You mean you hire somebody or I don't know, what kind of organizations? Are they nonprofits? Are they businesses? Are they schools? I don't know. I mean, if you want to hire somebody, then you go to your Career One Stop. I mean, they help you find people. You want to hire people, and they'll do it for free. They'll even train you. They'll even train your people. If you need people to run your organizations, but they don't have the skills, they'll give you a grant so you could train those people to run your organizations. Now, that's cool. And that's available. I guess, Indeed.com, Glass Ceiling. I mean, these people on the list that, where you could find people, hire people. Not sure what you mean, run your organization. I mean, I guess you're giving jobs, But
time 1 hour.
I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. And we're all faking it and hoping it works. That's what it is. But boy, is it getting cold out here now. What happened? We had spring for a day. Then we had it snowed yesterday, I think, or maybe that was the day before. I've been so busy the last couple of days, I can't remember a lot of this stuff. Remember, don't forget, we have our grant. March 4th is the last day to apply for our grant. Okay, March 4th, deadline, midnight, Eastern Standard Time. And there's a special link. You have to be a paid member. And you could check your what do you call it? You check your subscription by going to letsgohelpmember.com. Letsgohelpmember.com. At West Coast, 5 inches of snow, oh my God. Letsgohelpmember.com to check your subscription before you fill out the application, okay? And that's important. And also, if you need a laptop computer on Let's Go Help 2, you could follow the instructions for applying for one of our laptop computers. We're giving out 20 a week. I just sent out 15, actually 16 yesterday. And Amazon will be delivering them in the next few days, I guess, depending on where you live. So we have that. I'm also thinking about starting another grant for car repairs. So many of our members need car repairs. And I think what we're going to do is start give like 10 $500 grants to help people with car repairs every month. So we're going to take $5,000 and give it out to members who need it for car repairs. And that's, we have to set that up, so it may take a few weeks for us to get that up and running. So again, be patient. I mean, we're all busy people. I think we're all. Hi.
Is the White House?
No, it's the White House is sneaking in behind those trees.
It's behind those trees. Oh, all right.
You got to get closer. So if you go right through there somewhere, and you could see it. Okay.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a nice white building. Take care. Our truck was stolen yesterday at Tacoma Mall. Wow. Well, you better report that. And well, maybe that's covered under your insurance. But actually, if you're a victim of crime, if you're not covered your insurance, then your state has a victim of crime grants to recover things like that. So check with your state government. You could call 211 and ask for victim of crime. Call your elected official and look for your state victim of crime. And then, hey, go in there. Yeah, and then left. So victim of crime, and they pay. Anyway, you're victim of crime. People hurt you, they steal from you, whatever. That's what it's for. And you get up to like $35,000 from those pockets of grants that are available. Oh, my battery's going to be gone. So I'm going to peel off because then I have to go to go and exercise and get these muscles going so I can stay having a good time in life. So I usually walk 6-7 miles a day and then go to the gym as often as I can to stretch those muscles and keep that stuff going. I think it's the best thing I've ever done for myself. So I've been doing it for 40, 50 years, I guess. Thanks. It was sad because my uncle asked us for, oh my goodness. Oh, sorry, Jerry. Thank you for lots of, yeah, if you're not a member, then letsgofreehelp.com. That could get you going for every state, okay? letsgofreehelp.com. Take care.